we are going to get this information from the API. Okay. Obviously, okay, let me just check. Okay, this is some sort of a code snippet. Okay, this is a code snippet for Axios. Okay, so let's just try it, guys. Okay, I've just registered a new account here. Obviously, there are some API keys that I'm not sure if I have to hide them or not. I'm really not sure, but I will try to hide them. Okay, let's see. Now, what we are going to do, we are going to fetch this information from the API. Okay, this information. Okay, this information. It's my first time to use this API. I'm hoping it's going to supply me with a picture and what can I say? And what can I say? And the description and the whole movie information. Okay, let's continue and do that. As you can see, since we already got Axios here, okay, let's just continue and copy and paste this. Okay, so let's just go to, okay, I didn't want to copy the code. Let's just go to Axios install. Okay, I think it's supposed to be npm Axios. Okay, Axios, it's a package for data fetching. Okay, for making API calls. Okay, let's see. Okay, npm Axios. Let's do that. Okay, that means if we want to install that, do I have to stop this terminal? Let's just create a new one, because if I stop it, Android will take time to run again. So let's just npm Axios and click enter. So we are installing Axios. Okay, it's installing. And then let's see which component is going to fetch data from the API. Okay, let's see. I think it's the is it the movie card? No. Okay, the movie card, it's more like let me show you. It's this card. Okay, so this card, instead of this picture being hard coded, okay, instead of this picture being hard coded, it must receive this picture from the API, the name, the stars, if we have the stars on that API, and everything from the API. So meaning that this is just a container. So this component, this page, it's responsible for looping or for rendering a list of these. Okay, I hope you get that one. So meaning that let's change this component to be a dynamic component so that it can receive this information from the API. Okay, so what we are going to do, let me check if we are done with Axios. Okay, Axios has been installed. First of all, let's make this component a dynamic component. For now, what I'm going to do, this component is movie card, right? Yes. Now let's receive a parameter. Okay, let's receive a prop. Let's receive a prop. Okay, the prop is going to be title. Okay, let's type it because we're using TypeScript. The title is going to be a string. Okay, I'm happy with that. Meaning that instead of rendering a hard-coded title, which is this one, we are going to render the title that we are going to receive, which is this one. It means that on a client code, which is the code that is calling this component, we need to pass this title. Okay, excuse me, my apologies. As you can see, now we need to pass this title. Sorry, let me just say Matthew. Save. This is wrong. This is supposed to be Matthew. Movie card, I'm passing as a title, Matthew as a prop, and then on movie card, I'm receiving, this is movie what? Movie heading. I don't want this. Okay, I don't think I've saved this one. Okay, as you can see, let me save it. Now we've got Matthew. Okay, so meaning that this prop now doesn't come from, it's not being hard coded. Okay, it's coming from, okay, it's coming from the parent page. Okay, which is the parent page, its index. That's step number one. Step number two, what we want to do when we are loading this page, okay, the page index, we need to fetch data from the API. Okay, and then let's do that first. Okay, so in React, when you want to some sort of imitate a form load event, meaning that something that needs to be performed when the form load, then you need to use a use effect hook. Okay, let's go here and use effect hook. Okay, use effect hook. Okay, is it automatically imported? Yes. Okay, and then what we want to say here, okay, we need to pass an empty array here. Okay, what does this mean? This just means that this instruction will always be performed when this form is loading. Okay, can we do a console log, or let's say console console dot one? Okay, so that you can have an idea of what we are doing. Okay, let me say loading, because you can see loading. So when this refreshes, this will this instruction will be executed. This empty bracket, it means that only when it's loading. That means this is going to be executed once. Okay, this means that when this screen loads, we want to fetch data from the API and then display it here. Let's simulate that. Okay, so let's say here we are fetching this data from the API, but how do we take this data and pass it to this component? We need to use another hook, which is use state. Okay, let me say const. Okay, const, let me say title, comma, set title is equal to use state. Okay, initially the title is going to be no title. That's the initial value. But once this load, we need to use this function. Okay, we need to use this function and set the value of this title to, let's say, I'm not sure, Matthew, movies. Okay, that means when this form loads, we are automatically setting this value using this function to, it will change from no title to what? To movies. Now let's take this variable and pass it here. Instead of passing this string, let's pass that value. Okay, as you can see, now it's movies. Where is this moving coming from? Movies is coming from, it's coming from here. What if we cannot change the default one? No title. Okay, my apologies about that. My sincere apologies about that. Let's continue, guys. Okay, as you can see, if we didn't change, the default is going to be no title, but when we load, it's going to be title. Now, when we are here, we need to fetch information from the API. Okay, so what I'm going to do, let me set up this. We've already installed Axios. Let me copy this code from these guys. Okay, so that it can be visible. Let's copy this code. Okay, let's copy this code. Okay, let me copy it. I'm done copying it, and then what we are going to do, Obviously, this is not the best programming practices. There is a some sort of a different way in which this could be done, meaning that we take the function that does the API call, we put it alone so that we can reuse it. But for now, we are just going to use it here. So meaning that here we are fetching, as you can see, const Axios require Axios. Okay. Let's check if obviously we need to import Axios, not require, okay? Because we are in React JS. Instead of requiring it here, we are not on Node. Let's say, okay, let's import Axios, okay? Axios, which one? I think it's this one. Small letter, capital letter. Let me just choose this one. Import Axios from Axios. Okay, if it doesn't work, we will change. Okay, that means we can use Axios, and then const await, meaning that when you are using await, you need to some sort of create an async function, because await always work in an async function. That's not a problem. Where we are inside a hook. Is that the case? Where is my use effect hook? Where am I? I'm an index. This is use effect hook. Okay. And my question is, okay. Okay. I think something happened here which I really didn't mean to do. Okay. What's going on here? Sorry guys for being lost. I only imported this and this was automatically, or maybe was this me who did it? Let me just undo. Okay. So what I did, I only imported Axios. Okay, it looks like there is a code that has been automatically added. Okay, where is this code coming from? Okay, let me just delete this code. Don't think I need it because I already have it here. Okay, I already have it here. Okay, now what I want to do when we use await, okay, so the idea here is that whenever you are fetching data from the API, okay, you are not sure how long is it going to take. So this await, it's more like something like that, okay? It's like you will wait up until you receive the data, but you can only wait inside an async function. So let's quickly do that. This code starts here and this try start here and it ends here. Okay, let's copy all of this, cut it, and then let's create a function. Okay, const, let's say fetch data. Let's just be specific, fetch movies. Sorry, equal to, okay. As you can see, this is just a normal function. Let's make it an async function, okay. Now it's an async function. Then let's do what we want to do here. As you can see, we don't have squiggly lines, but it means that whenever this form loads, okay, this function is not being called. Let's call it here before we finish, or before we close it here. Let's call it here. I'm not going to click save because this information is wrong. Okay, I'm not sure if this is my own API keys or what. I'm not sure. So I'm going to pause the video and verify if is this my own API keys. If it might happen this is my API key, that will mean that as soon as I'm done with this tutorial, I have to go and delete this account, because maybe people have got access to this API key and they might do whatever. Okay, so so let me do that. Okay, if it happens that this is not my API key, what I'm going to do, I am going to create a variable, a constant, which is going to sit somewhere else, not here. And then I'm just going to bring these variables. Okay, I'm going to bring these values as variable so that you guys cannot see the API keys and wara wara. I hope you understand. So let me just pause and quickly do that. The only change that will be here is that here there will be a variable so that you cannot see the actual API key. That's the idea. In case this is already my API key, that means there's no need for me to some sort of do that because it's already publicly available. Okay, let me pause the video and quickly verify that. Okay, guys, I am back. It looks like this key, as you can see, this one. It's exactly this one. So there is no need for me to try to change things or something. Okay, I'm not sure where it has disappeared now. Okay, here is it. So there's no need for me to change things and whatever. Let me just continue with this one. So I'll just have to quickly delete this account. You can create your own account, free account, and use your own API keys. Okay, that means here we are set and good to go. This won't create an error because this is a valid API key. Let's just refresh. Okay, let me close this terminal where I was installing this. Okay, as you can see now, this has logged result. Where is this result coming from? It's coming from here. As you can see, this function that we've copied there, it logs the result. Okay, check I'm connected. Yes, now the result, it's an empty string, and that is a problem. Okay, and let me just quickly pause. Somebody is coming in. Okay, guys, my apology about that. Somebody was just quickly coming in. Okay, so now we are getting an empty array. This is a problem. Okay, so let's just quickly check. Okay, let's just quickly check. Okay, are we calling this function? Yes, we're calling this function, and then okay, these are the option. This is a get method. We are hitting this endpoint. Okay, isn't there any something like an ID? Okay, excuse me for that. Let's see. Rapid dot title dot series. Okay, maybe this is an ID. Okay, I'm just assuming, and then from then header. This is the header, and this is the host, and that's it. So that means we are trying. Okay, get cons response await axios dot option. We're passing those options, and then when we receive the data, okay, we are checking response dot data. Okay, so what we can do, let's log response besides response dot data and see what will be here. Okay, this is an object. Okay, I just want to see, does it have some sort of a list of movies or something? Okay, I wonder what is this? Form data. Okay, not really. Free plans, hard limit research. Aborted, false. Can include subdomain. Okay, let's just quickly check. Okay, there is no object here. Okay, let's just quickly go to here. Example response. Let's see. Oh, okay. It looks like this code snippet, it's working. Okay, my apologies about that. It looks like this code snippet is working because the response from this doesn't give you anything. As you can see, there is nothing. There is nothing. So it's okay. Everything is working. That's why. Okay. Okay. That's why we are having nothing here. Okay. That means everything works well. Okay. Dot data. Okay. Okay. If there is nothing here, that means we are good to go. As you can see, there is nothing. Now we need to hit a separate endpoint to get something. For instance, and series ID, let's just get upcoming, because as you can see on upcoming, we don't need an ID. Okay, so here on this one, we are getting a specific, what can I say, a specific movie. I don't know where can I get a list of movies that are here on this API where I can maybe have a specific ID. I don't know where. Remember, guys, also this is my first time. I only tested this because of this tutorial. Okay, so let's hit this endpoint. Okay, let's hit this endpoint. Let me see, does this change accordingly? Okay, let's just try to hit this endpoint. Okay, let's try to hit this endpoint, titles upcoming, and see what are we going to get. Okay, okay, let's go to our database, movies, what, let's copy here, titles and upcoming, paste here. Okay, guys, save, then let's see. As you can see, guys, we are getting something. Okay, as you can see, guys, here are the entries. Okay, titles, upcoming, 2 pages, page 1, result, ID. Here is an ID. Okay, these are the upcoming movies. So, for simplicity's sake, let's just use this data and display it here. Okay, that means we're good to go, guys. Okay, now what we are going to do, as you can see, this object, it's a bit complicated. Okay, let's copy all of this. Okay, up until where? Up until here. Okay, up until here. And then let's go to the internet. I think I've got a what did I say? Is it a bookmark? I've got a bookmark here for JSON Prettify or something like that. Let's just quickly check here. Or JSON Visualizer, not Web Token. Okay, my apologies for that. Let me check here. No JSON TypeScript. Okay, let me just say JSON Visualizer. Okay. Nope, this is not what I want. JSON Web Viewer Online. I think this one. Okay, I think it's this one. So go to editor. Let's paste the JSON that we have received here. Okay, we are almost done, guys. Let's paste this here. Okay, as you can see, guys, okay, this is more like a visualized version of, as you can see, this has been some sort of formatted nicely so that we can understand what's going on here. If you want to get more detail, you can even check here. Let me zoom into 50%. Okay, can I move this? As you can see, we get this, and there is next. Okay, upcoming page, page 2, and there is page 1. Okay, and then I would like to assume there is an entity which is result is the one that we are looking for. Then on result, we have all these entries. Okay, we've got all these entries. Now that we've got this information, I'm thinking, let's try to be clever here. Let's not use this. Okay, remember the reason why we didn't use an endpoint that only gives us one movie, we didn't have the ID of the movie. Okay, we didn't have, but now because of this query, or because of this API call, at least we've got an ID. Let's change our mind, because this is too much to work with. And remember, we only have only one movie here as a test, so we don't really need to do this one. So let's just copy this, and then let me paste it here for now. Okay, and then we are going to go to, let me check my recording. Yes, we are going to go to our code, in fact, to the API. Then let's use this one. Okay, let's use this endpoint, and we're going to pass the ID here. Upcoming, it's a series ID. Okay. Okay, yeah, we're going to pass the series ID. I'm hoping we are going to get that movie exactly with a small JSON object. Then we can take it from there. Let's quickly test that, guys. Okay. Okay, so now we're going to hit this endpoint title. Okay. And then here we are going to pass this ID. Okay, this ID. I'm hoping to get one movie and a specific movie. This one. Okay, let's save and see. Axios error fades with the status code 404. Okay, is that a movie or a series? Okay, now we are still facing another problem. Let's go back here. Title, series. Okay, then we're passing a series. So here we were getting titles, X, and upcoming. Okay, let's just check titles by IDs. Okay, titles random, titles ID. Let's use this endpoint. Okay, let's use this endpoint. Okay, let's use this one. I think also we've made a mistake here. As you can see, there is this double thing. Let's just quickly test here quick. Okay, Axios request failed for as you can see now we are logging empty result. This is much better, even though it's not what we want. Maybe this was just a sample. It doesn't have to be there. Okay, let's just quickly check. Still, we're going to we're getting an empty thing. Okay, let's paste this, and then here let's put this ID. Okay, maybe this movie is not a series, it's just a single movie. Okay, let's remove this. Save. What we want to do, we want to hit an endpoint where we only get one movie. As you can see, guys, it looks like we are moving in circles and we are not winning. Okay, that's not much of a problem. Let's use what we already have. Okay, I'm not clued up about this API. Okay, so I'm not sure which is a movie and which what. So when I'm getting here the upcoming, I'm not sure if I'm getting the upcoming movies or upcoming series. I really don't know. Let's quickly check on JSON's Spotify. Okay, maybe if we can look closely here. Okay, maybe release date, release key. Okay, but now where is the information? Okay, this is the ID. And what is this? Maybe this is the actual ID. Okay, this is not, this is the record ID. Okay, let's say the MongoDB ID, and this is the actual ID of the movie. Okay, guys, let's just quickly test this, guys. My apologies for the up and down, but at least we know we are winning, we are getting there. Okay, we know we are winning, we are getting there. What is it displaying? Here it's also displaying null. Let's go back to the initial. My apologies about this. Let's go back to the series and use a different ID. Okay, use a different ID. Okay, which is, let me move this up until here. Paste. Okay, maybe it might happen. This is the ID of a series. Let me just delete this. Okay, if it doesn't work, let's check here. Okay, let's remove these Caleb braces. Let's see. Okay, let's go back, guys, to the initial endpoint that we had. Okay, let's go back to the one that gave us something. Okay, get titles. I don't want to get titles. Titles random. Okay, what happens when I click here? Okay, it looks like, okay, looks like this changes. Okay, does this give us more information about this? Required parameters. Okay, my apologies for that. Let's see. Okay, let's scroll up. Go back to this, the upcoming ones. Okay, let's copy this. Okay, let's copy this. Then let's go back to it here. Okay, then we're getting the movies. That's not much of a problem. So what we want to do, okay, in these movies, we want the result. Okay, not everything, only the result. Let's check here. Where is the data? When we are logging the data, is it data dot result? Am I correct about that? Okay, it's a JSON object, as you can see. Okay, we are getting data dot result. Okay, and then we have an ID. We also have this ID. To be honest, guys, at this moment in time, I'm not sure about these type of IDs. Okay, I'm not sure if these are movies and what, but let's continue. Okay, I've got what can I say? I have got now the results. Okay, so let's go back to the pretty what. Okay, what I want to do here, I want the original title. So inside this, okay, that means this is an array. This is what it means. Let me go on array at 0 so that I can get the first movie. Okay, because now I'm on an array. I want array at 0. Save. Okay, it gives us something. Okay, it gives us something. Okay, and then at array at 0, what I want at array at 0, I want, let's log the primary image. Okay, title text. Let's load the title text. Okay, let's say dot title text. Copy as it is from there. Okay, we did get something. As you can see, here is the title text. Text title. Title text. Here is the name. Okay, Alien Wars and Judgment Day. Okay, we are getting there, guys. This is an object. Okay, type name, table text, and then text. It's this one. Okay, let's see now. Where can we go? Let's just say dot text. Title text. Let me say dot text. Okay, let's see. Here is the text. Alien War Judgment Day. Okay, that means we have managed to get the title. So after we get the title, let's take this title. Okay, let's take this title and set this state. Set title to that title. Okay, we are getting the guys. Set title. Set is there set. We've got set tile. That's not what I want. Maybe it's my mistake. Set title. Okay, go back here. Set title. As you can see, we passed that title. Excuse me. Let's save and see. This is it, guys. Boom. We've got Alien Wars Judgment Day here, as you can see. So now we want the image. Okay. Now what we can do here, where were we? Somewhere here. Okay, let's go to the visualizer. Okay, we've got the title text. Where is it? Here is it. And then where is the image? Primary image. I think this is what we want. So let's log this primary image. Instead of dot text, let's say dot primary image. Okay. Now I'm not sure. This is a set title. Sorry, this is not what I want. Okay, I want primary image from on the log. Okay, let's log primary image. Primary image is undefined. I'm expecting some sort of a URL or something. Okay, image. There's caption. Okay. What I can do, let me copy this object, the Alien War object. It starts here and it ends here. Let me visualize it so that I can see it properly. Okay, at least now this is small information to deal with. If you look at it, okay, it looks like it has got an ID, and then there is a primary image. In the primary image, there is a type image, there is caption, there is a type name. I'm looking for the URL. Here is the URL. Okay, so how do I go to here to get the URL? Let's use this visualizer to help us. Okay, let's see. For this ID, the original text, there is no URL. Primary image, yes. But on primary image, where do we go then? We go to .url. So let's go to primary image and .url and see if we're going to get this URL. Where can I copy these? Primary image and then .url. Okay, let's just quickly check. Okay, we've got already primary image. Let's say .url. Let's see. Type error, cannot read the property of URL. Okay, this is a bit confusing. Okay, this is a bit confusing when I'm saying but text title. No, this is not where I want to be. Now I understand. Remember, I'm already on the text title. This is not where I want to be. Can't on this array, can't I get to primary image first? That's why it was rendering null. Okay, here is the primary image and then .url. Okay, here is the URL. 100% guys, we're good to go. So what we want to do, the same way as we did on text, let's go to our movie cut. Let's accept the URL. Okay, we are accepting the title here, and then let's accept the URL. Okay, and then the URL is going to be a string also. Sorry for that. URL, accepting it as a string. And then instead of hard coding this, where is the image? Instead of hard coding this, let's put the URL here. I'm hoping this is how it's done. Okay, if there is a different syntax, my apologies for that. Okay, what have I done? Let's see. Let me try this and see if it's going to work. It looks like this doesn't accept. Nice. Let's see what it accepts. Okay. Props, image props, following type string, assignable to image source prop type, overload, image prop, context any, image. Where are the source? Okay. Now let me try this, guys. Okay. Let me try to put the URL here. Let's require with the URL. I'm just hoping this is how it's done. But if we can use ChatGPT to check how it's done the other way. Okay, let's just quickly check if it's able to load. Okay, let's just quickly ask ChatGPT, or let's go to React Native image. Okay, let's go to ChatGPT. ChatGPT will be quicker. Okay, React Native image from URL. Okay, it's just going to quickly show us how do you load the image from the URL, and that's it. Okay, maybe it's a different syntax. Image source, as you can see, guys, this is how you do it. Okay, you don't require it, you do it this way. So let's quickly do that thanks to ChatGPT, and then let's paste that here. As you can see, URI, let's say URL. Okay, done. Let's check the code. Okay, as you can see, it's supposed to display it, but maybe let's just quickly test something. Okay, if we can copy this, URL, okay, if we can copy this URL, where is it? Okay, where is it? Console log it. Where is it? HTTP. Follow the link. Does it take us to an image? As you can see, guys, where is the image? Oh, okay, so the image is there. So we are sure that this URL works. So if it doesn't show on our app, that means it's our fault. Okay, let's just quickly check. Maybe we had to wait for it to load. Okay, this URL gives us the image, but it just depends on us on how do we render the image. Okay, let's just go back. I have never rendered an image from the URL before. What goes on? What's the problem with this index? Okay, what's the problem with this index? Let's check. Okay. Sorry, guys. My mistake. We are not passing. Okay, that means this is empty. This is my mistake. We are not passing the URL here. Okay, let's go back and modify. Remember, um we had this. Okay, so instead of creating a different use state for the title and for the URL, can we just create an object? Okay, let's just go for a quick solution first, just to wrap up the tutorial. Okay, let's say set URL, okay, to an empty string first, and then when we are loading here, okay, we are setting the title. Yes, also let's set the URL. Okay, let's set the URL. Let's set the URL and then copy this. Okay, we are setting the URL. Okay, response is not, oh, sorry, I'm on error now. Okay, set the URL. Okay, don't know why it does this. Set URL. And then I want this. I want this information and paste it here. Okay, as you can see, guys, that means now we need to pass this URL, okay, to that component, because the reason why it's empty, we are not passing it. That's why this is complaining. Okay, then let's pass the URL. Okay, let's see, guys, what will happen. Okay, as you can see, guys, boom, we have managed to get this data from the URL. I don't know what this means. As you can see, guys, we have managed to display this alien war. Here is it, and then here is the image. Okay, this is a different tab and this is the different tab. Guys, let's see, how long did we take. Okay, it's on like almost like 3 hours. Okay, guys, this is where we end. Let's maximize and check. Okay, as you can see, guys, we are taking this image from the URL from the movie database, and also we are taking this from the movie database. As you can see here, there's a lot of things that we can improve. Also the layout, it's very close to the edge. Maybe we need to make some adjustments. Okay, in terms of continuing, you can improve the code. Okay, by making sure that the Axios, you create a separate component for the Axios. And also we need to make some sort of a research, a deep dive as to how can we change this. Guys, I'm Matthew Msengati, the designer and developer. If you feel like this has added value into your overall understanding of React Native and API calls, please do me a favor and hit that subscribe button. Thank you so much for clicking this video. All the best to you and all the best to me and the coded design community. See you on the next one. We have made it.